Oh, this blooming heat.
Can we talk? Hey! Hey, mister!
Hello,
We haven't much time.
Need a ride? Good choice.
Say.
Whoa!
Yes.
Well... Okay then.
Ridiculous.
what do I do?
I'm not.
Hey!
Right. I guess. Huh? Hi there! I see. What?
Oh, this blooming heat.
What is it you require? Yeah.
Uh. Huh.
Yeah? I'm not.
What do I do?
Ridiculous.
Say.
Oi!
What do I do?
Whoa!
Better look there.
Enjoy your stuff.
Kind of freaky.
Well, should have figured that.
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's...
Oh, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
Well, listen to you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of.
Hence the hut.
That's why you lived in that.
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceeding.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she will join us?
We have to.
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least I believe she expressed genuine parental love. I want to believe.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of...
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the dais. After all, the bounty still says I'm a...
Balderdash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly.
Right. We've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
Too early yet. to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen, and while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my...
Oh, haha, very funny. But I guess good info is...
What are we without beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches.
With all skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power. When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting...
Well, he has a point about what people tend to...
What? This really doesn't bother you? It is a...
You'd rather wait for a king who was always right?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win war. Without military power, the crown's voice means nothing! When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Rousant tribe. Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace. Hear, hear! For
What pride is there in seizing power by force?
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men! We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets... Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coffers will be a head lighter! We'll split their fortunes and toast to our health!
Preach it, Katharina! You just want this...
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne?
Everyone's just shouting all their...
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody...
Luis isn't even in the running, lad. Poor Blight isn't free to loot.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time.
I confess, I know not how to feel. 'Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feeling.
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted?
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a...
When I'm king, pleasures will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink. Oh,
Woo! Next...
Let fools be content with their fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful.
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Luis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get...
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way.
That lad there, he's an elder, ain't he?
well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a
Pay him no mind. A drunk's...
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel? Is that really edible? It doesn't look quite...
By all means.
Did she even...
is delicious! The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it.
I guess I'll try a bite. I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible. I hope.
It's a
You just made that up. Ugh.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least...
'Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need way higher standards, lady.
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm Batlin, a church crier for the tournament. Sounds like you made a hell of a splash in Martyra, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
With a problem like that,
Well, the rest of the candidates had to find themselves ahead for the lineup. Rather struck me when you all broke away from the pack, so...
Well, let's see. Got a head...
Lips sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out.
That crier's an odd one. Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is he?
rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought ahead. Wonder what
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways...
I think he's worth keeping an eye. Keep it under your hats, chums. But his power may rival Count Luis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to, spice...
Right. Just got back from the pub.
You wound me! Nobody trusts a radical, huh?
Eesh.
My apologies.
Look at that.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The man's sloshed.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay back?
Seems like Joanna and Barden...
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. 'Tis a precarious position.
Let's all stay calm.
Ah! I'm going to splash some water on my face. Ah!
What? My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in.
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a...
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a bally thief in the night, but here she is. Oh, it was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get...
The bottle's barely any emptier. Was a drop really all it took to get you...
Oh, please do not blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials. I cannot let myself betray you and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are...
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtuous. In fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity.
A fog, huh?
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
Yes, I intend to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't you.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plan...
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power at a later date. When the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table. Starting with His and Her Highnesses of Oceania and
Oh, it's Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there? A general is...
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest, better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady...
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you...
Well, I'm afraid you've rather... Hello, all. This city sure has, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about. Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can invest...
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're through.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
So she's...
Well, she seems like a nice enough...
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the... First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the...
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the...
A stand-up fellow, my good people! Strength and compassion in one package! He's got the crowd on his side Now, is...
I can.
And we have a challenger! Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Glodab!
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head!
Where's your proof?
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we...
What drivel? Look at the thing! You think a normal probably just made the damn...
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never...
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. Now!
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Easterns?
Someone took the beastie down. Who did...
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them. Such is the duty of those.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Borden is simply in another class. Suddenly the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is...
Borden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
It'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see... Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. Now, if the last candidate,
Where's the head?
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martira?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges. This is not to be booked.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be...
That's the infamous Heismay. Are you chief of...
This. After we saved your hide,
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martira. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities... I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own...
What? Absurd! Speak sense, woman!
Master Heismay is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in...
And I, Borden, Captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she's...
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over my...
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to...
That's... Well, that's quite a turn of events! We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike Ed...
How is this believable? She's an imposter.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A sanctuary...
What will His Eminence Fallen do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be...
'Tis true to the last word.
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
What? Right here and now? Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I desire. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common... Please, lead this country armed with the truth.
I will. I promise.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how... If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see that...
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself...
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor...
I guess.
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. That's all we can do.
Not bad, pups.
We were passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive show.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio, Luis's right-hand man.
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating. Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common. Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all.
That was not...
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
Great. Well said. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his...
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting.
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach
Do you suppose we have his
Last time he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something...
Oh, loves. I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city. And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Master Luis? Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You weren't told.
We'd better be getting back as...
Damn it! What's so special about those
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
It's not a done deal.
Still, it is a significant step forward. We've crossed a dangerous bridge. We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? He's still...
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergency.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
Maybe... he's engraved it directly.
Yeah, somehow I doubt he'd literally carve incriminating evidence onto his skin. It'd be backwards in a mirror besides. It's more likely to be in his run.
Do you really suppose it would be in the runner he uses even today? The incident was near a death.
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including...
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point.
Joanna! A backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph! She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heel?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their sanctity. After all, sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the church is loyalty to...
I assume you have...
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for...
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics.
What need does the world have for gods beyond? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undone. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your... You do not bow your head.
Oh,
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under...
Understood.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hello? A word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Night Prowler today, come. Bit curt, if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this night prowler place is some sort of pub or...
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Luis at a haunt like that.
You think it's a trap? Maybe.
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety.
We have little other option but to...
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself up.
Right then.
Let's hurry.
Oi there! Well met, eh? Wonderful. This way. Oi! Oi!
Well, look who it is. Appreciate you coming.
So it was you.
You expected us to roll out the red carpet right into our headquarters. Consider this a Still, you really are just a...
And you're one to...
I wouldn't go having a laugh at me big brother's expense. That's when I get to step in. Make some points for my own life.
You are brothers. And he is the...
And here I thought the Magnus brothers' name was making the rounds. Shame that. It's fine. First offense and all won't kill you yet. Besides, Lord Luis has taken quite a Before we let you see him, I have a question. I want you to think long and hard before you answer. What kind of king are you selling yourself to be exactly? Go on, let's have the pitch.
I'd help anyone.
Meaning what?
It means he's even willing to save someone like...
You're not doing yourself any favors here, huh?
Let's drop the pretenses, shall we? We were all about impressing Luis, and we've done that. You're all about...
You'll answer the question from me too. Why do you want to serve Master Luis? No lies now.
I admire Master...
What? As an elder? Want to get a little payback on the world too, dude?
Despite having been a general, he has Parapus as some of his closest allies. That alone marks a man worth...
Huh.
Whatever. You got some brass to you, I'll give you that. Already got more accomplished than that Gladel ever did. You seem like the type...
Not many get Ardel's blessing. It's worth celebrating that. For now.
Someone like you should already know what it's like. The minority tribes face walls and barriers everywhere they look. Our greatest hope rides with Master Luis. We'll do whatever it takes to make him king, and starting today... Come on then. Master Luis is waiting for you inside his gauntlet runner, the Caradri.
And no funny business up there, yeah? Nothing gets past the King's magic and Lord Luis. We've captured some, what, 10 odd assassins now? Lord Luis uses them for magic experiments and, well, you know what?
We finally have access to...
It's a valuable opportunity. Ideally, while most of our group is meeting with Luis, someone else can do a quick...
Wait, me?
There's no one more suitable. Anyone else, and he'd question...
You're putting a solo infiltration on my tiny shoulders? But fine, I'll do it.
Once we're in the Skyrunner, we'll assess the situation, then deal...
Where?
So?
Hello there.
Incredible.
Hey!
Got it.
Seriously.
We're off.
You little bastard, you.
Check this out.
At last. If I may.
Indeed.
Understood?
Got it. I'm leaving.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
And yet...
Oi! You're not serious.
hello there.
What you need?
You're not serious.
Look at that.
Hey!
Got it.
What?
Yeah?
I see.
Yeah.
Evidently.
Oh, nice.
No.
What's the meaning of this?
Don't even try it.
Understood?
Seriously.
Here.
All right.
Hey.
A beautiful city, Brialhaven. But it is its identity I truly... Oceana's navy might well have won them the Annex War. If your Cronia hadn't chosen to forgo their honor and launch an opportunist attack in the... Even now, united in the kingdom, their pride in their power is what keeps... You wish to join my ranks. I need ask little. Instead, I would hear what you wish to know most. Ask, and I will answer. That is why I've bid you company.
Here we go.
How do you plan on winning against...
I will kill him. Not that my victory rests on doing so. That man and Sanctism both are malignant tumors in this country's flesh and must be excised as...
Aren't candidates protected?
The king is not a god. There is always a way. It is clear no small conviction drives you. Perhaps keeping you close will... You, assembled company, I hereby permit you to enter...
We are much obliged.
This is a heart of magic silver. Cut your finger and let the a proper rite of loyalty. Shows how all our blood flow.
Watch yourselves, though. If your own heart's not true to our cause, well, it's not just a drop you lose. Might take off a
You hesitate. It's just that fear and anxiety. They always lead the people, but power and order trumps all. That is the crux.
Good.
Ha! Look at you, like knock-kneed lambs. Just having a bit of fun with you, eh? You think I'd go to all that effort?
On August 13th, I intend to hold a soiree in this city. It seems a fine opportunity for you to make your debut.
Very exclusive, see? Only for those good enough to be part of our campaign. You should feel...
As my gauntlet runner requires some maintenance, the party shall be held at the feast hall where I'm staying. In the meantime, do as you...
Only this area feels any different. I need a key to get in, though. It'd be nice if I could see what's going on.
Is that boy candidate here or...
Meeting with Count Luis as we speak, I think. Didn't think he'd end up on...
I expect we'll run into each other on the job, eh? That said, let's get back to...
Yikes! They're coming this way! I have to... Is this the other side of that door? Never thought it'd lead to a place like... This area just screams suspicious with all the guards. The formula's gotta be somewhere around here. Is someone coming? Figures they'd show up now. Isn't that the songstress? What is she doing?
Lady Juna, is something amiss?
I do recall saying I didn't need a personal guard to...
Yes, but this is Luis's personal quarters, and we thought in case you need...
Well, I don't. You can do your guarding downstairs for today. Do you understand? And, well, I mean, do you really want to be guarding this door when Count Luis returns? Oh, the things you would hear. How awkward.
Idiot, don't make the lady repeat herself. Apologies, my lady. We'll make...
Close one. Opportunities like this are so few and far between. I've got to get this back in place. Oh, wonderful. How are these? A magic spell? Is that the Just my luck. I can't carry out something that... And now I know where it...
Jolly good! You've got the man's eyes on you. Now that you've sworn fealty, we can get right down in the...
I worry for Gallica. Perhaps we ask too much of her. I hope she's all...
Ah, it seems you...
I'm back!
Phew. You're clearly bursting with good news.
I know, right? I found where the formula... I'm pretty sure I saw the real thing. Even if it wasn't, I'd bet the real one's somewhere in that room.
Masterfully done. We could have asked no better and...
That songstress Juno was there too. I'm pretty sure it was Luis's private quarters. So I have to wonder...
Whatever the case, I assume you could lead the way to the room?
Well, yes, but... It might be a bit... To get to Luis's quarters, we'd need to go through the crew quarters, then through the starboard corridor, or the... You need a key to get into each of the divisions. Whoever's in charge at each guard, Luis's private quarters have a special key too. That one's held by the representative on the bridge.
In short, we'll need to pass through 3 blocks. The crew quarters, either the starboard or port corridor, and the bridge.
It looked like he's usually got his quarters under guard. So we'll want to pick a time of day when there'll be less people around.
If we need it less crowded, then how about the night of the soiree? Surely it would be a...
He would have us debut as his supporters on that night. How would we...
Maybe if we just excuse ourselves for a short time? We've got plenty of time to prepare. Securing an infiltration route, finding out when it will be less crowded. This is all on the night of. Gallica and one other will slip out, swipe the formula, then return.
Have anyone in mind? My hearing makes stealth jobs simple.
No. I think he'd be our best...
You would have the guest of honor himself at...
This is Luis we're talking about. He's bound to notice any absence. If we've lost on that front already, we might as well send our strongest.
What do you think? It would be risky as a near solo infiltration. Are you up?
We'll just have to make it work.
You truly mean?
Seriously. We're jumping from tight... We'll have to prep our infiltration strategy tomorrow. For now, let's get back to the inn.
That reminds me.
Yes.
I see.
May I speak?
Got it?
Look at that.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now then,